It's so pretty. I mean, that looks really pretty, don't you think? That did not take very long either. Nice and simple. Hey y'all, it's Jennifer and welcome back to my YouTube channel today. So today is gonna be a short, quick one, and it's all about how to get a fresh-faced cheek bright look for the winter time, and it's going to be using a cream blush. Now I feel like cream blushes are sometimes kind of intimidating for some people because we're more used to seeing powder blushes on the market, but cream blushes are actually super beneficial to people with dry skin and more mature skin, such as myself at 42. And also it's really good for young teens, in my opinion, who don't want a makeup look that looks super makeup-y when it comes to blushes, which powder blushes can sometimes sit on the skin and not sink in as well as a cream blush. So it gives a nice fresh face look. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I do a cream blush look today. So I've already prepped my skin with foundation, concealer, and powder. And if you're interested, the foundation that I use today is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, which I've actually done a YouTube video on and a review, so I will make sure to link that in the description below if you want to go watch it. And I am also wearing the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Concealer underneath my eyes, so both drugstore products. And I set it with my Laura Mercier setting powder, which everybody knows that that is the best of the best when it comes to a setting powder. So that's already done. So now we're gonna move on to the fun part, which is adding the blush to my very dull cheeks. So the product that I'm using first today is the Morphe Wonder Tint Cheek and Lip Mousse. So this is the color that I'm using. It's a very it's not super bright like my sweater bright pink, but it is a bright kind of rosy pink, and the color is called FYP, which not quite sure what FYP means, but it is a beautiful, beautiful cheek and lip tint. Now there are two ways that you can apply a cheek blush that's cream in formula, and it really just kind of depends on what your preference is. I love to start with my fingers and then I use a brush to really precisely put it where I want it. So I will actually be using two types of tools. So I'm just gonna take the cream blush. I like to use my ring finger for this and just dip it right in the color. Always start with a light layer. It's easier to add more than it is to take away. So I'm gonna start with the right cheek and I'm gonna apply just a couple dots, just like that. And then I will immediately press or swipe the product in with my finger. And then I will use a brush just to really airbrush that product into my cheek until I get it nice and blended to where it looks more of like a flush on my skin, and it just looks kind of natural, like I've gone outside in the cold winter wind and it's made my cheeks look nice and flush. Now, I do want a little bit more color than that because I do love a nice rosy cheek. I know a lot of women are super scared of blush, cream or powder, because they don't want to look like a clown, but I think it's more sad to not have any cheek color. It's really like such a great thing to brighten your complexion with, is to use blush. Okay, and I'm just kind of taking it up towards the top of my ear, and that looks good. Nice and blended, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna take my ring finger, press it in the product, and then I'm just gonna tap, tap, tap. Kind of check cameras, check a mirror. Make sure it's nice and blended. Y'all, I have done a YouTube video before where I remember I looked back at it after it was edited and up, and I did not blend one of my cheeks very well, and it's all I could look at later on. So you wanna make sure that you've got your blush nice and even on both sides. I think that looks pretty even. And the great thing, like I said, about cream blushes is it just gives such a nice, healthy looking cheek because it just sinks in so nicely and it looks very au naturel. Okay, so now my cheeks are nice and pink, have lots of fun color. So I'm actually gonna finish up this look. This is just kind of an extra step. You don't have to do this if you don't like highlighter. I personally love highlighter, but I'm also going to use another cream product, and this one is Palladio I'm Glowing Creamy Stick Luminizer. And you can just roll up the product like this. The color that I'm using today is called Limelight. And so with this product, I'm actually only going to use my ring finger. I'm just gonna rub it on top of the stick. I mean, I guess you could dot it on top of your cheekbones if you wanted. It's kind of whatever floats your boat, but I like to use my finger. And then I'm gonna dot it literally right on top of that cheekbone, underneath my concealer that I've already applied, but on top of that cheek color. I'm trying to use my ring finger really because my nails look terrible on my pointer finger, so I'm trying to hide those from y'all. But I'm just gonna tap that in, and you don't need a whole lot of this, just enough highlighter to give you a nice glow, and I'm gonna repeat that on the left side. It's almost like I'm doing a crescent moon shape on top of that cheekbone. Little goes a long way. Ooh, that looks so pretty. I do think like a luminizing stick does just add a next level of dewiness and healthy looking glow. So I think that's it. Sometimes I get carried away, but we don't need to get carried away today because I wanted to show you how short and sweet you can get nice, fresh faced, dewy looking cheeks in the winter time with your cream products. So that's it, y'all. The Morphe Mousse Cheek and Lip Tint, which I did not put that on my lips today. I have on a NYX Butter Gloss, but maybe I'll try the lip tint later for y'all. And then the I'm Glowing Creamy Stick Luminizer from Palladio. Like I said, or I don't know if I said this one's $12, this one's $8. Very inexpensive products, and they look beautiful and expensive on. And now I am ready to face the day with my bright cheeks. That's it, y'all. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, don't forget to follow me on those other social media channels out there that we all love, like Pinterest and Instagram and Facebook. It's all at Jenny Sue Makeup, and I will make sure to link these products that I used today below in the description so that you can go check them out for yourself. So until next time, see you later. Bye. It's so pretty. I mean, that looks really pretty, don't you think? That did not take very long either. Nice and simple. And hopefully it looks even. So it's not the catastrophe of last time that I did a YouTube video and I had one bright cheek and one not so bright cheek. That's all I could look at after that. But yeah, looks good. That's pretty. I love a good, cheap, inexpensive, quick, get out the door product.